Hey everybody, welcome back. And today we're talking about how stress and fatigue are taking a toll on all of us right now during the pandemic. And today we're going to be learning my top 5 tools and tips that you can use in order to feel more focused and clear and just more in control of your life. So for the best advice on all things Gen Z and millennial, if you want to learn about mental health and love and relationships, please subscribe to my channel because you'll get a notification every week. There is a new video every single Thursday. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Tess Brigham. I'm a licensed psychotherapist and board certified coach, and I've worked with thousands of young people just like yourself, helping them figure out who they are, what they want, and how to live their best lives. So let's jump right into the top 5 ways to manage your stress and fatigue at this time. All right, the first one's gonna sound a little weird, but work with me on this one. Just to acknowledge it. Acknowledge that you feel stressed. Acknowledge that you feel fatigued. Acknowledge it. A lot of times we spend way too much time trying to forget about our emotions or pushing them aside, and that's not gonna do you any good. It's okay to stop and say to yourself, hey, this is hard, this is difficult, and I'm feeling it right now. Number 2 is take time off. I've heard this from so many clients right now. They've told me, well, I'm not gonna take any time off because why should I? I can't go on vacation, what's the point? And so they've just been working this entire year without taking barely a break. If you have PTO to take it. Even if you're just sitting in your house, hanging around your neighborhood, not doing much of anything, the simple break from going to work every single day, of taking your mind off of going to meetings or responding to emails and helping customers, whatever it is that you do for a living, just simply taking a break from that and having a really fun staycation is the best thing that you can do for yourself and your mental health. If you have no paid time off, or if you don't work, you don't get paid, I totally get that. So think about some ways that you can take care of yourself. Think about some ways that you could find some time off from some aspect of your life right now. Whether it's if you're doing something, if you've always been part of a particular organization, can you put it on pause? If you've got, other things in your life that, even if you're someone who always feels like my house always has to be clean, even if you decide to take a little bit of a break and be like, okay, I'm going to relax a little bit on this, maybe not make my bed every day, maybe not do this, maybe not do that, then if that feels like a recharge to you, then take it. Absolutely. The third one is take a social media and news break. All right, we have a 24-hour news cycle. They are regurgitating the same stories over and over and over again, just spinning them in different ways. So a lot of times people feel like I can't stop watching the news because I'll miss out on everything that's going on. Pick one news outlet that you really trust and like, and pick a time, maybe 30 minutes a day, that you're going to consume that information. And I mean all at one time. Don't just follow them on Twitter and constantly refresh. Like, get all the news of the day, get all your information that you need, and then move on. The same goes for social media. I don't know about you, but for me, every time I go on social media, I'm like, why am I here? This is so exhausting. Because when I'm not in the right headspace, when I'm not really feeling good about myself or centered, I find that social media really makes me anxious and triggers me and makes me feel like, starts to question my life and what am I doing and all of these things. So please do not get on social media when you're not in a good headspace. This is really important, and limit it. Everybody has a different relationship with social media. So if for you getting on social media is great, then you don't need to change this at all. But if you're like me and you find it really triggering at times, limit it. I say less than 20 minutes a day. So I want you to comment below. Tell me what you're willing to commit to. 30 minutes of news, 20 minutes of social media. Commit today. Send me a comment below. I want to hear what you're going to do for yourself. Okay, number 4. This is something I've been talking to my clients about since the beginning of this pandemic. Focus on what's within your control and what's out of your control, right? So focus on the things in your life that you have complete control over. Those are the things to focus on. All the things that are out of your control, all the stuff in terms of, will I be able to fly home for the holidays? Things like, what's going to happen with my job or what's going to happen in the future, right? All of those pieces, things that are out of your control, let those go and focus on what is within my control. So if you're worried about your job, really thinking about, okay, so what do I need to do to either recommit to work or be more valuable at work? Or maybe it's like thinking about getting a different job. What is within your control? Your relationship's not working. Really thinking about not trying to change your partner or the people in your life that are driving you crazy. Thinking about, how do I react to them differently? How do I have a different relationship with them? Really looking at yourself and what you can control. And 5, the last one is find really, really meaningful ways to recharge and reconnect with the people in your life, right? It's really about thinking, when I talked about earlier about social media, if you're just randomly scrolling, don't do that. Get on social media and follow people that really inspire you. Watch a TED Talk that really gets you excited. Watch a movie that makes you laugh every time. Read a book that you love, that you read all the time, that makes you really happy. Be very, very mindful about the things that you're going to do for yourself to recharge and reconnect. What I see a lot of is people just feeling really down and stressed out and fatigued, and then they kind of just mindlessly go to, whatever's on TV, or mindlessly go to, what's on social media or on the news. Don't do that. Make sure that what you are ingesting, what you're creating for your life, what you're bringing into your mind is making you feel excited, recharged, and that will automatically, even if you don't take a break, make you feel less fatigued and more in control. So now that you know how to manage the stress and fatigue, and you're now asking yourself, wow, that number 5 test, that really kind of tripped me up, because I don't know what's meaningful to me. I don't know what really recharges me or what I want and need. And I have something for you. There's a link below to download my free quarter life crisis checklist and handout. Okay. So this checklist and handout is, even if you're not 25 or going through a quarter life crisis, this is for you. We're going to go through this handbook. You're going to be able to really ask yourself some questions about your life and what you're wanting for yourself and what you don't want for yourself. This handbook is all about helping you gain clarity, helping you feel more confident, and really be able to take control of this time of your life, to be able to kick ass and take names and all that good stuff. Okay, so if you are really struggling right now with the pandemic and everything that's going on, check out my other videos. I have lots of other videos on how to be more productive, how to manage people that are making you a little crazy during the pandemic, all that good stuff here in the channel. And subscribe, tell a friend about the channel if you feel like they could really use it. And of course, if you like this video, press like. All right, I'll see you next week. All right, see you then. Bye.